What up, man? It's T Vix and Miss Dean, and we back on Route 8. This tap, man. Oh, man, we got that guy. We got this special guest in the building. Man, it's my man, Dolla Bill and our PTE label. I mean, I got the glasses on because the chain is blinding me, man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Hey, you know what? Somebody got to shine better than COVID.
You shining, baby. You shining like a diamond.
Yeah, Miss Dean. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Man, Dollar. It's my guy, man. This guy, man, you've been traveling the world. Ooh. I'm talking about you go to places where people don't go.
This is one of the hardest working A&Rs in the business. For those of you guys who don't know, yes, Dolla Bill. This man is a hard working A&R. And when I tell y'all he been doing things, I mean, I'm going to let you give him the rundown on some of your work ethic and some of the work you've been putting in. I know you started with, when you first started as an A&R, who did you first start with?
Well, when I first started with A&R, I started with Master P. No Limit. When it was No Limit, Forever Records. And, I kicked off right there. I had to show my talent, you know, and he asked me, could I do the talent? But I had to show him how I could do the talent. So I ended up doing it, you know, and coming along pretty smooth with it, with No Limit Forever Records.
Which ended you in this position where you are now, you are with?
Now I'm with PTE, Palm Tree Entertainment.
Okay.
CEO Miami Mike's label, which he got the #1 internet king artist in the world, Soulja Boy.
Yeah. Yeah, we can't take that. He the first. What's up before you say, I'm the first?
The very first.
He the first. He always the first.
Now, look, people know we know each other. That's good. But I want to give them the real interview. So how did you start off? I mean, you didn't start off as an A&R. You was in the entertainment business. But what you start off as?
Well, I started out as myself, and I got a talent of my own. A lot of people don't know because I never displayed to just personally people, but I am a professional beatboxer. And back in the day when we came up, you know, we had a rap group from where I come from, and I was the beatboxer. Then we had a couple of rappers in the group, and we kind of made our shine and present from a kid and moving up in the next level, which landed us multiple commercials. So we made the commercials. We felt like we was on our way moving forward up in the business. So when that didn't collide the way we wanted it to, I still got my talent from years ago. So that ain't gonna go nowhere. So after I educated myself into the music industry, I said, I got to learn more about this music industry. So I had to see the way people move forward as far as getting into record business, how to put a record out, and how to strive and survive in the music game.
What made you want to do that, though? What made you so interested in music to where you transitioned into something else? What made you want to?
Well, we didn't really make it as, you know, and that's anybody. And I always had the feeling of never give up. So my never give up move was, okay, let me see who's on the thought process like me. I like business. So I kind of study different people. Like I would listen to KRS-One, and you go to the Curtis Blows, and then you go to, you know, the different old school hip hop heads and study how they was able to survive all them years with no drama and become the OGs of hip hop now. I had to say, look, let me figure out a business aspect. And the only one I could think of that was doing that at that particular time was Master P.
Wow. So what led you and P's connection? What got y'all started? You doing your own thing. You know what? How did that match?
Well, we had a record back in the day. Like I say, the group I was with, we had a record called A Deal Gone Bad, and it caught the attention of Master P. So back then, the actual guy that was backing us, because, you know, we some young bucks, and we come from, you know, the trenches is what they call it now, but we call it the hood, the projects, and all of that. So when P them started out doing shows, we was like at every concert. Like we showing up like, okay, man, can we rap for you? Can we do this, that? And that's what we did. We kind of applied ourselves to being around him for so long until when they blew up even bigger, it kind of died out on my end. They didn't die out, but we did. So when we died out, I'm like, man, I'm gonna stay in touch with dude because he did give me the number. He gave us all the number, but they was like, when they backed out, I stayed ahead. So I stayed ahead and I kept in touch with him and stayed on him. And then one day he said, whenever a job, position come available, I'll get with you. And then in 2012, I remember getting a call and I seen his number and I thought he was, wanting to talk about doing shows or events. And he said, you know what? Romeo and me going to start this label. Romeo's gonna be the CEO, and it's gonna be called No Limit Forever. And I'm gonna give you the A&R position. Do you want it? I said, man, cut it out. Hurry up and took it. So when I took it, he said, now you got to show me what you can really do. So before he could hang up the phone, in about 2 hours, I'd already discovered this lady from Romania named Catalina Toma. If you Google her name, she's a foreign pop megastar overseas. And she was trying to make her way into the U.S. anyway, but she didn't have no visa, what it take to get it. So when I got with PDM and I showed him my hand for real, he said, oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you're doing. So they end up signing her. So they grabbed her. I landed that. And a lot of people don't know it, and I didn't want that front line, ability, the praise of me because I discovered her. I just wanted to show him what I could do because I know it's his longevity. Dealing with a businessman, this was longevity. And I took advantage of that and just start knocking it out. Then he may say, well, look, I tell you what, we got this album grid drop, TRU, I'll let you do promotion. I played the jack of all trades. I didn't just want to be one thing. Give me all the jobs. Anything you give me, say yes. Don't never say no. Right. So we did the TRU project. I showed out for him on that. So then we got to becoming pretty close. So he used to call me by my name, which is Shawn. Yeah. And now I'll let y'all ask me later because I don't want to interact with what word and questions y'all got. But then later, you ask me how I got the name, and I'm gonna tell you. Because it's real.
Go ahead into that. Go ahead. Let's talk about that.
We can go into it. So, man, y'all great laugh. I know, Miss Dean, this is gonna tear you to pieces. And Vic TV, he gonna laugh too, but this is gonna crack you up. So I call myself, he said, well, look, we're going to go out on this tour, and it's the TRU tour. We're going to hit Nashville, Memphis. We're going on 4 cities. Be ready. Man, the first day, man, I showed up. You know them little suits they used to sell at the Chinese place? I show up with a dollar bill jogging suit on. Hey, I show up with the suit on. You know the one had all the little bills across it.
Yeah.
I show up with that on. Man, all of them looked at me, Miss Dean and T. Vic. They all looked and stopped and paused. You'd have thought the earth was going to crack. Yeah. Man, they bust out laughing. They said, if he don't go on this tour, ain't nobody going. I was the joke of the whole situation. Come on, Dollar Bill, man. Here come P and Greg Lyons, which is, OG. He was P's manager. Man, come on. And they looked at me and he looked at each other. They just laughed the whole time they plotting.
And you made that joke work in your favor, and now you getting the last laugh.
Yeah, and P said, you know what? Man, cut it out, man. Man, leave Dollar Bill alone. So I become Dollar Bill. So the name came from P. I don't care what people say, how they say it, how they look at it. Master P gave me the name Dollar Bill, and I will forever be grateful with that. He gave it to me. He named me Dollar Bill. I didn't name myself, and my name's Shawn.